Ladies and gentlemen, get ready for something so petty and barbaric that it was just posted on the internet. It turns waiting to release your breath into a therapeutic exercise. When a legendary rapper has nothing left to lose, what happens? A man caught in the crossfire of treachery, and a fighter who believes she could avoid karma. Both go live at the same dang time. It's horrible when you spread the leak throughout the culture. Baby, it was unimaginable last night. Sure, Remy Ma, Claressa Shields were just hit by an atomic bomb launched by a lyrical assassin. Bronx royalty and a no-chill veteran, it's not a sneaky subweed or a diss track, but rather a purported leak of private, explicit images of Claressa with a man who is definitely not named Papoose. Additionally, Papoose witnessed them live on the internet. His response was humiliating in public. Was retaliation the reason? Was it fair? Was it full-scale digital warfare camouflaged as openness? Without a doubt. This is no longer concerning. A triangle of love, this is a public unraveling of secrets, allegiance, and reputations that were meant to be lost in the group conversation. Here gossip spill vibe, the facts cut, the tea burns, and the consequences are inevitable. It's biblical, darling. Gentlemen and ladies, let's get dirty. Simply put, it became unbelievably dirty. It should have a hazmat warning in a scandal. This radioactive, once more, Remy Ma, a native of the Bronx, has exploded the internet. She didn't just clap back this time, instead, she blew back. Claressa Shields, America's alleged boxing love, was struck by the shrapnel and is currently neck-deep in a digital catastrophe that even a VPN cannot rescue her from. What precisely did happen? Then, why is Papoose crying into nothingness? What? Is dragging Claressa through the social media trenches like trash from yesterday? This is the unfiltered situation. Reportedly, Remy Ma leaked clear, unaltered, and unquestionably authentic images of Claressa Shields with another guy. Not a flirtatious gym pic, not just a thirst trap, full body and SFW. That's not the vibe of Papoose before anyone could yell slander. It was posted, screenshotted, removed, and reposted 1,000 times. And this is personal, darling. If you believe it to be petty retaliation, this has been calculated. This is the last stage of a love triangle so twisted that Zeus Network looks like the Kids. On the public broadcasting service, the Papoose, during a podcast recording, he reportedly viewed the photos in real time and, according to an insider, had to leave the scene while fighting back tears. Well, few returning to gossip spill vibe. Where secrets are borrowed time, receipts are biblical, and if the tea isn't hot, it's not ours. Fasten your seatbelt. This is a cremation rather than a roast. Let's get started. First, let's review our assumptions. The rap powerhouse Remy Ma, the first queen of clapbacks, was a lady who kept a guy down via agony, imprisonment, and the attention of the media. And Papoose, the culture's devoted king, solid, quiet, and loyal to the point of being a man, who wrote poetry about his girlfriend while being ridiculed online for wearing identical attire. Claressa Shields, the Olympic gold medalist and unchallenged boxing champion, then arrived sharp, flamboyant, and intense between the press appearances and the punching bags. However, she supposedly became involved with Papoose Q chaos. Months ago, the first storm hit. The voice notes in the Instagram live screenshot have just enough bass to sound like a Papoose. All of it presented a jumbled, terrible image of treachery, infidelity, and tragedy in the Bronx. This latest leak, however, only elevated the drama. From a plot twist in Season 1 to a devastating culmination, the scene needs to be set. 1:12 a.m. Emmy Eastern Standard Time, Remy Ma goes live performance. No makeup, no warning, hoodie. A woman straight vibes who came to ruin the caption, given her desire to play dirty. Let's get things straight. Let's get soiled. In less than 10 minutes, over 80,000 people signed up. Comment sections were overflowing with people. Not once again, moreover, Papa. If assistance is needed, blink twice. Remy begins to speak in a calm but deadly tone. Do not shout, don't be showy, only facts tinged with poison. I maintain my decorum, I remain silent. I gave them a laugh. Now, though, you're bullying me as if I'm a clean housewife. While this chick is spreading more than just gossip, she went on to say the unimaginable. She wants to appear unconcerned. Place a wager. I hope she won't mind when these pictures appear on the timeline. Wow. Remy points her laptop's camera at the screen. The CS the not-so-sweet folder opens. Additionally, there are purportedly naked photos of Claressa Shields, shot from what looks to be a high-end hotel mirror. The photos are devoid of any face filters, justifications, or Papooses. I want to be clear now. These pictures were quickly taken down. Just enough was obfuscated by Remy to ensure that it was authentic, but not enough to prevent legal takeover. One picture was time-stamped. Another included a backdrop chain that tone's admirers instantly recognized as a distinctive item. A quiet, Music executive with a less than subtle track record of destroying athletes is Big Drip Mathers. Then Remy let go of the hammer. Papoose is insufficient. I suppose it's crazy. You're out here supporting a woman who has more males in her corner than the green room. At an awards event, Twitter went live. Remy Ma spilled battery acid. Not tea, someone wrote. That mirror reflection alone just got Claressa a sponsorship. The tweet read, blink, Nike, if you're going to remove her folder. Poor Papoose. Within the hour, he deleted every photo of Claressa from his IG page, including that cringy boxing training post where he called her his piece. Sir. That piece just leaked nudes with another man's chain in the background. Then came the second leak, yep, because one scandal isn't enough for gossip spill vibe. An anonymous user DM'd a gossip blog a screen recording of a group chat called Fight Night Queens. Insider messages between Claressa and two other women, allegedly her trainer and a media stylist. In one text, Claressa writes, Papoose still thinks we're exclusive, loudly crying face. Ahead of the Vegas weigh-in, I promised Tone that I would pull up again, you only need to keep the man quiet till then. Phew, wow. At this point, the story completely changed. Fans who had previously supported Claressa were no longer there. One person tweeted, I was hashtag Team GW, but sisses. Going like Future and gloves for boxers. Even verified accounts commented, with one celebrity stylist writing, backup rosters are always on speed dial for the ones who are screaming loyalty. But wait, it gets messy because remember that podcast Papoose was supposed to be on, bars and balance, yeah. The host went live during the chaos to say that he left the set mid-episode after someone slid him the leaked screenshots on air. Let's not ignore the layers here. Papoose, the guy who held Remy down through jail, was allegedly cheated on by his alleged side chick, whom he may have left his wife for. And she is now being exposed by that very wife. This isn't just karma, though, because Claressa's team allegedly contacted Instagram to remove the live sighting, privacy violations, and targeted harassment. But by then, the screenshots had the comment area was in ruins, and one fan commented she left breadcrumbs and Remy turned them into a bakery. Meanwhile, Remy submitted a fresh article, a black screen for words, next time, utilize a cloud. The story spread like wildfire throughout Reddit X threads and every burner site from the Shade Room to petty pink news. Another added, since Tristan Thompson created public cheating. This is the most outrageous peer nightmare since, and then, all of a sudden, what began as a messy love triangle became a 4-alarm career fire with Claressa hot pants down, both emotionally and physically. But there's more, oh yes, because part 2 is where we get into the investigators, the leaked iMessages, and the scandal that takes a story from bedroom betrayal to boardroom damage. Stay tuned because part 2 is coming up next. Let's be clear, this was not your typical Instagram live drama. It wasn't a furious tirade, a cry for influence, or a digital meltdown rather. It was a full-fledged tactical strike in Remy Ma. The general, the calculated screenshots, the devious timing, the damage to bank accounts, brand contracts, and reputations that might never be restored. You remember that Fight Night Queens group chat leak? Well, it turns out that was just the beginning because shortly after that, a phony but eerily realistic message thread appeared, allegedly between Claressa and someone known only as Hotel D. Claressa is said to have written, he thinks I'm on a Reddit to LA with Dre. I'm literally 2 floors up. Lol. I'm not even hiding anymore. Yes. It is correct. Coach Ryan Williams, a former mixed martial arts competitor who is now a strength trainer and has been spotted working out with both Claressa and Papoose, is thought to be Dre. If this is accurate, then Claressa was apparently being flown out by one man while covertly staying in a hotel suite with another man directly above him, who believed they were still together. Fans are devouring it like it's a banquet of betrayal and love hexagons. Their final meal. Here's where Reddit and Twitter detectives, like to FBI interns on Adderall, stepped up. Every hotel where Claressa has been observed since February is listed in a Google Doc timeline that was made by someone. They demonstrated that she was having an affair with Coach Dre, while amusing Papoose with matching Instagram stories, TikTok mirrors, gym selfies, and even fingernail colors. In an early March screenshot, Claressa was seen at a Miami private treatment retreat. The identical wallpaper and couch pillows from Claressa's tale were included in Coach Dre's Instagram story, which revealed him enjoying champagne on a terrace on the same day. Fans were doing CSI-style fabric comparisons. The voice note then appeared, yes indeed. A 30-second audio clip purportedly recorded by Claressa herself was shared by another unidentified source. She said, Papoose still thinks he's the only one I cry to. I let him think that because it makes him feel useful. But when I want to feel good, I go where the pressure's real. The timeline then went into cardiac arrest. One tweet went viral. saying she's treating Papoose like a weighted blanket comfort but no chemistry. Another fan commented, "She got a husband for her trauma, a trainer for her body, and a side dude for the vibes. She's building a whole starter pack." Meanwhile, Papoose was largely silent, not tweeting or posting, but fans noticed something unsettling on his Spotify profile. A new song called Silence by Loyalty dropped in his unreleased section, and the preview clip only showed him whispering, "I gave the world to a woman who shared her soul in pieces." The internet was rocked by that line alone. Even celebrities began responding to Rajab Henson's comment about a few cold, crying faces on one of the viral clips of Remy's live performance. Charlemagne posted a black square on his story with the words, "Protect Papoose at all costs." Then came the financial fallout, and by 10 a.m. the following day, insiders were talking about Claressa being stealthily removed from a high-end watch campaign that she had been teasing on social media for weeks. Screenshots of her vanishing from their brand website circulated and a sports influencer blog posted. According to a source close to the campaign, the team was concerned about Claressa's ability to represent empowerment and trust. Ouch. The damage didn't stop there, though, as a well-known pre-workout brand allegedly sent Claressa's team a soft cease and desist, asking her to stop tagging them until further notice. This means that his sponsorships were lost in less than a day. Guess who started posting again? Remy Ma. She first shared a story about her entering a studio in Los Angeles and captioned it, "Tell your trainer to stay off my timeline." She then posted a close-up selfie saying, "No makeup, just vibes," caption, "Not bitter, just better." Fans began to believe Remy was preparing a diss track, but it wasn't directed at another rapper. Rather, it was directed straight against Claressa Shields. Websites took to it right away. In only 2 hours, one piece labeled Remy getting ready to drop the most disrespectful 16 bars in history received 600,000 views, and then, boom, another leak. A burner account purporting to be Claressa's former assistant shared a blurry picture of a document with the caption, "She made him sign this right after Vegas. She told him if he ever spoke, she'd ruin his label deal." Guess who's talking now? No one cared whether the document was real or not because the streets were already sold. Fans speculated that Claressa had not one, not two, but 3 men circling her while posing publicly as Papoose ride or die. Just when it seemed like things couldn't get any worse, the Papoose clip leaked. He looks at a phone, blinks a couple of times, hands it back, gets up, drops his microphone, and leaves the frame after being shown the leaked photographs. But the audio is what broke everyone's heart. Papoose says, "I gave up everything for this, over a faint microphone, and she's out here with him." Then it went viral and Twitter went crazy. One person said, "It should be illegal to watch Pat process betrayal in real time. He loved Remy, got played by Claressa, and now he's walking around like a ghost." Someone else said, "It's emotional terrorism in just 4 hours." A third tweet with a simple message, "Papoose hasn't even posted a meal since the leak," had 2 million views. That's how you know it's real. Let's move on to Remy's next chess move. She didn't affirm or deny anything else, but she did publish the screenshots. The faces they put on walls aren't always the ones worth trusting. She wrote as she posted a video of herself passing a billboard for Claressa's boxing campaign. Fans were perplexed. Was it denial? Was it a threat? Was she finally prepared to clap back? Well, maybe. But the damage was already done. Her brand was bleeding. Her comments were locked. Her most recent YouTube video was flooded. You could feel the tension shifting. The public narrative that once ridiculed Remy for losing her man had completely changed. Now, she was being praised as a woman who managed to avoid a scandal-filled bullet and deliver revenge with surgical precision. Don't think Claressa remains silent forever. With hashtag Team Enemy and a free Papoose from the PR nightmare. And then came the biggest twist yet, because the moment part 3 starts, everything that's leaked so far might just turn into a courtroom scandal, with Remy possibly taking it. Stay tuned, because what happens next might break more than just hearts. When we left off, Claressa's sponsorships were ghosting her, Papoose was in emotional exile, and Remy Ma, she was thriving in silence, dropping captions like sniper shots. But just when it looked like the drama had peaked, it escalated into legal territory. Yet because, according to an alleged legal insider who slid into a gossip blog's DMs, Remy Ma's team is now exploring legal action against Claressa Shields, not just for emotional damages, but for intellectual property misuse and financial manipulation. Here's how the insider broke it down. While Claressa was allegedly booted up with Papoose, she gained access to shared project files, unreleased music, and private branding materials that were originally developed by Papoose and Remy's team. This is no longer about cheating, it's about creative theft, copyright breach, trademark infringement, and if true, The fact that some of those files were later used in the launch of Claressa's personal fitness brand, which could mean she stole more than just pap. Fans are now wondering if Claressa was truly in love, or if she was playing a long game from pillow talk to profit margins. Now, Papoose is back in the background, still silent, still hurting, and quietly working behind the scenes because sources claim he's getting ready to clear out shared assets tied to his failed relationship with Claressa, and he's doing it with respect, according to his close friend in the industry. According to a source close to the Bars and Balance podcast, after Papoose left, he drove directly to Remy's house to apologize, not to fight or make amends, but to say, "I didn't see what I had until it was gone, and now I just need peace." Remy's response was, "Peace doesn't live where chaos visits. You built this mess, now clean it." Fans were split. Some felt that Pap deserved grace, while others felt that he received what he deserved. One tweet went viral saying, "You can't trade Remy for Claressa and then cry when you get the refund policy." People were still asking, though, is there any chance that Papa and Remy will get back together? Or was there no way to fix the damage? Remy made her stance apparent that evening when she tweeted, "It's no longer an option to heal privately once you humiliate me in public." In the meantime, Claressa continued to post mysterious content. Her subsequent post featured a boomerang of her shadowboxing in the gym with the words, "I'm still unbeaten." The comments pulled her in. "Not on an emotional level, ma'am. Although you dodged blows, you were unable to avoid responsibility. It's cardio when you act like you're betraying me, sis." And then in came the third man. Yep, remember that rumored NDA between Claressa and Tom Mathers? Well, a second alleged document surfaced, this time tying Claressa to a foreign sports promoter based in London. His name is Aiden Cross. The receipts, an alleged flight itinerary, a hotel invoice, and a blurry video of the two walking into a London suite during what was supposed to be Claressa's solo training trip. Fans were losing it. One viral comment said, "She's collecting men like championship belts." And just when it seemed like there was nothing more that could make things worse, the burner accounts reappeared. Another Claressa out here, in a different relationship in every time zone. According to one anonymous website, this isn't even the end. Another drop is on the horizon. Screenshots and audio recordings. Claressa made the mistake of boasting to the wrong people, which alone caused blogs to hold drafts, TikTokers to count down, and Reddit to create flowcharts of who leaked what and when. But let's go back to Papoose one last time, because this man went through it. And last night he finally let it out. A 2-minute video was posted to his Instagram with no music or captions, just him talking directly into the camera while in a dark room. People often assume that being quiet indicates weakness, but I was trying to survive this, and I was loyal and genuine. I lost more than just love, I lost trust, and I trusted someone who used me as a bridge to somewhere else. He paused and then said to Remy, "I don't know if you'll ever forgive me, but just know I see it now. Just know I see it now. I apologize if I saw what the piece looked like too late." A whole community was rooting for his healing arc, and even Remy acknowledged it. She didn't comment because she didn't like it, but she reposted a line from his video as a text story. "Piece looked like you. I just didn't know it. That's pain in poetry." Meanwhile, Claressa finally broke her silence, sort of. She posted a photo carousel, with the first slide showing her in the ring, the second showing her gazing out a window, and the third showing a blank black square with the caption, "Growth is ugly, while regret is louder, survival is silence." What I said? "Girl, please apologize and log out." The comments were a carnage because the story couldn't end without a final flourish. A streaming rumor surfaced. A verified entertainment reporter tweeted, "Sources say a major platform has approached Claressa Shields to lead a new DOA series titled Undisputed, Rebuilding the Brand. Not you playing victim when you leaked the love triangle into a hexagon, ma'am. Your growth got casualties." The program would track her post-controversial life, workout routines, and legal recuperation online. Wow, everyone began yelling. Hollywood continues to reward turmoil despite the backstabbing. As one tweet stated, "She fumbled love, loyalty, and legacy, but she is about to get a bag for the behind the scenes." Let's take a quick look at where we are at this point. Remy Ma was booked unbothered, and perhaps recording a disc so poisonous that it could require a warning label. Papoose is an introspective, forlorn man who is gradually reviving his public persona. The latest villain on the internet, Claressa Shields, may be opportunistic, misinterpreted, and scandalized, and perhaps destined for television. But who actually won is a real question. Was Remy responsible for stealing her story? With a single, lethal lie, Papoose fought to ignore the truth. But was he finally seeing it? Or was it Claressa flawed and untidy but yet still generating publicity and revenue ultimately? The only thing that goes viral more than the receipts or the reactions. So we'll let you make that decision. Given that the timelines are still burning and the smoke has just begun to clear, we must ask ourselves, what are our next steps? Is this the conclusion of a tangled triangle that ought never to have begun? Is it the start of yet another season of broken bars, blurred nudity, and betrayal on the internet? The match was won by Remy Ma. Claressa brought the gas with her Shields. In the hopes that love would endure the flames, Papoose stood in the flames. However, now that the N** star has been leaked, the tears are genuine and the secrets are out. Who do you think is real? Was Remy revealed too many personal images to make a point? Or was it a long overdue warning to a lady who was never fair? Did Claressa ever truly fall in love? Or was loyalty viewed by her as a publicity stunt? And can we forgive Pat? Or ought he to sit in the quiet he had before made Remy endure? After watching the reputations deteriorate in 4K, listening to the voice notes and viewing the screenshots, we're giving you the microphone. Let us know what you think in the comments. Are you on Remy's side, Claressa squad, Pap's team? Or simply let me be alone? However, continue to observe. If your jaw lands on the ground at least once, hit the like button. If you enjoy a mess, and you don't have to clean up after yourself, subscribe, hit the bell because, although it may seem like this is finished, the next scandal is already in the works.